it's Chloe and we're back with another video. You guys, we are at the finale of Ready to Love season 4 and I'm so excited for the reunion. This review is going to be short and sweet, straight to the point, you guys. I don't have all day to sit here and go into all these interactions with the family, word from word from word from word. I'm just going to point out some stuff and then we're going to get to these couples deciding who's going to be together and who not going to be together. And y'all, I'm always right. But trust and believe, I'm always right when it comes down to these couples, honey. I be knowing. But anyway, Vernicia introduces Joelle to her family, her mother, her stepfather, and I believe it's her oldest daughter, if I'm not mistaken. And you know, mom goes straight in with the questions. Why do you think you're the man for my daughter? What are your intentions with my daughter? And I was like, that's right, mom. Get straight to it. We ain't got time to play no games, okay? You know, Joelle gives the answer that, you know, he is definitely, you know, ready for her and her kids, and he has his own kids, and you know, he wants her to be the boss that she is, okay? Because the father said, you know, she could be bossy. Well, can you deal with that attitude? And I was like, I hate when people say, can you deal with that attitude? Your husband and your wife are not supposed to be able to deal with your attitude. If anything, they are the ones to be able to calm you down, you know, bring that peace to your life so that you don't always have an attitude. I could be in the middle of a rage and my husband just called me out of nowhere, and all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm just annoyed. Okay? So I feel like I don't like that. Can you deal with their attitude? Everyone, of course, has an attitude or whatever the case may be. But it comes to a point where it's like, no one should have to deal with your attitude. You need to be in control of your emotions and be able to control your own attitude so no one has to deal with the BS, okay? But anyway, he says that he wants her to be bossy. He doesn't mind it, okay? Because she's the inspiration for her children. I really like the interaction between Joelle and, you know, Vernicia's parents and her child. The fact that they were so welcoming to his kids, like, you know, we'll treat them like our own, bring them in. We're welcoming. I was just sitting here loving it, okay? At first, I was like, you know, a little concerned about the way Vernicia was dressed with, you know, the half shirt with the nipples showing. And they told me in the chat that she got a boob job. And that's why she always, you know, don't wear a bra. I was like, okay, well, if that's the case, it is what it is. The one thing about Vernicia, she's been consistent with how she dressed, okay? So it's either take it or leave it. If she wore that to her own family meeting, so I wasn't surprised when what she wore to, you know, meeting Joelle's family. It was just like bound to happen. That's how she dresses. She don't wear no bra. She got the belly out, the ripped jeans. I mean, it is what it is. Would I have preferred her to wear a nice dress? Maybe. I mean, you're meeting his family, but did she do that? No. She meets his sister and his niece, and, you know, they are really, you know, asking her questions, but they have some concerns towards the end. They were like, yo, she's really likes you. Like, a lot, okay? And we've seen this with, you know, your ex or whatever the case may be. And I was sitting here, every time Joelle introduces Vernicia to somebody, because remember the introduction between the friends, it was also that she was a little clingy. So I'm trying to figure out, Vernicia got like stalker vibes written on her face that I'm not picking up, because I didn't pick up the fact that she was just like really liking him so much. I felt like it was neutral. So I was confused as to where that came from. But you know what? You know, they always got the scenes deleted that we don't get to see. But overall, Vernicia's family accepts Joelle and Joelle's family accepts Vernicia, but they still have some concerns, okay? So now let's move over to Jason and Liz, okay? Now, Jason put it on heavy with their interaction with Liz's family, okay? When I say Jason sat down, was like, did we pray? We gotta pray. I was like, oh, he is not playing, okay? He want them to really accept him into the family, okay? He says the prayer over the food. He reciting scriptures. I said, oh, he is out here. This man did his homework. He was ready. But it's not that hard when you know what type of woman Liz is to impress her family, because if you know that she's a God-fearing woman and she leads her life with the Lord, all you gotta do is go home, pick a few scriptures out, memorize them, and be ready, okay? Just like he did. He picked out them scriptures, he memorized them, he was ready, he sat down, he asked that they pray, and he won over the whole family just like that, just like that. Now, when Liz meets Jason's mother, I was like, I think it's so sweet that he just introduced her to his mother. And he really wanted his mother to, like, you know, get a feel for her and see if, you know, if she could see anything that he doesn't see. The first question that the mom asks Liz is about finances, because finances is probably one of the leading causes to divorce. And Liz was like, well, I know both sides of the struggle, basically. I know what it's like to have a lot, and I know what it's like not to have a lot. And that's understandable. But that didn't answer the question about the finances, miss. Do you got money? And I was like, you looking for somebody to support your son or what? Like, what's that about? Anyway, I was also taken back when she said, do you know how to lead him without him knowing he's being led? And I'm going to tell you something. As a wife, as a woman, we do that a lot. We don't actually, express it or know if we doing it. I feel like sometimes I know we doing it. It's kind of like, if my husband don't take out the trash one night, I get a little agitated. And I used to complain and nag about it. Like, why you ain't take out the trash? Why you ain't take out the trash? The trash, trash, trash. But now I got to the point where I just go, tonight's trash night? It's tonight trash night? To reiterate that tonight is trash night. I know it's trash night, but I need you to take the trash out without telling you to take the trash out. Okay, so I feel like we as women is something we do. But Liz says that is something that she would pray about, and God would show her how to do that with him because he's a special type of person. You have to learn how to, lead your man without letting him know he's being led. Because a lot of men would like to think that they're leading the house, and they're definitely not, okay? That, I need a man that's going to take the lead. It's not really the case, okay? You just need a man that's going to follow who believes he's in the lead. And I was here for the conversation overall, y'all. Liz's family is definitely here for Jason and Liz's relationship, and so is his mom. The interactions were very sweet, and I enjoyed watching them. It's just something about that daggone Jason that just makes me think, he be up to something I don't know. So hurts. It's too perfect, okay? The way he looked at Liz, even when she was just talking, it just was like, oh, do he really love her? Do he really love her, okay? I even turned to my husband and said, why you don't look at me the way Jason look at Liz? My husband looked at me like, girl, do you see yourself right now? I had the tissue up my nose, all the bonnet on. I was a hot mess because I was sick. So I just had to laugh at it. He's like, they known each other for a month. Okay, we've been in this for some years. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm like, no, you supposed to look at me like you still love me, okay? But anyway, the way he looks at her is still, it's beautiful. I enjoy it. Something about Liz and Jason says to me that they might actually work, y'all. And I could be wrong. And I know I've been flip-flopping back and forth when it came to Jason and Liz. But something about this interaction, this episode, really, really got me here for it, okay? Now, when we go over to Amber and Chris, y'all, Chris introduces Amber to his brothers, y'all, and they came out swinging with the questions, okay? They was like, you a good girl, you're beautiful, you got a head on your shoulder, why ain't nobody wrap you up? And she was like, what do you mean why nobody ain't wrap me up? The question should be why I didn't allow anybody to wrap me up. And he was like, no, we should be trying to figure out is there a character flaw? And I was like, ooh, okay, Amber thought she was coming back with the get back and got back at. Okay? But y'all, they was asking the right questions, and they really was bringing it to her. But when they was asking her, like, is this real? She had to ask the question over again, like, is it real? And I was sitting here like, anytime somebody got to ask the question over to answer the question, it's a lie. Is it real? Girl, why you even got to sit there and think about it and repeat the daggone question? Is it real? No, we know it's not real. We not going to sit here and play with you, Amber. But Amber gives the whole story that it's real, okay? Because they've been talking and texting off the camera. It's not just about the dates on camera. They really been getting to know each other. And yes, it is real, okay? She not like Naya. They like, well, the other girl said the same thing, so we just trying to make sure it's genuine. I was like, yeah, they see through the BS. It's not real. We all know it's not real. The only person who don't know it's not real is Chris. Poor Chris. Now, when Amber introduces Chris to her family, okay, they start asking him about, how she gets buried in work and stuff like that, and how he's going to bring her out of it. He's like, I'm never going to let her get into the point where she, so consumed with work that it stresses her out. We already know that Chris is just a filler in, okay? He's going to do what he needs to do to just fit in with whatever she got going on. They were like, she's a queen. And he was like, I would never want to dim her light. Something about Chris just be agitating the crap out of me, okay? It's just like, are you a man or are you a boy? Like, do you want to lead this girl? Do you want to be a part of her life? Or do you just want to fit in where you fit in? I just don't see it for Chris and Amber, okay? But for them, they feel like it's genuine. They feel like it's real. The family seems to go with the whole situation. But I'm telling you, the brothers can see it and so can we, okay? Something in a Kool-Aid ain't sweet. I'm just saying. And we already know what that's about. But anyway, let's just move on, okay? Kyra and AJ, y'all. Kyra introduces AJ to her family, her mother and her sister. Well, you know, her friend that she considers a sister. And she basically, you know, starts them off with the concerns that she already have, okay? Because she wants them to get in the mindset, you know, these are the problems that I'm already feeling. These are the issues that I'm already feeling when it comes to him. And I just want you guys to see if y'all feel the same way. Now, AJ comes in a daggone t-shirt and some jeans. And I'm just like, not when the mother and the sister sitting there all dressed up and you gonna come in some jeans and a t-shirt. But hey, if that's how you felt, that's how you felt that day when you thought this was a special day to go meet somebody's family. But okay, when they sitting down, you know, the mother is just asking him questions and he's just answering them. And Kyra is like, I don't know what it is about AJ where he can just go in and just, you know, sweet talk and smooth talk them over, and the women just, you know, forget everything. I need my mom to be strong and stern. And I was like, she want her mom to not like AJ so she can have an excuse to not like AJ, okay? But they do ask AJ, they say, what do you see in the future, or what's next for you and Kyra? And he says, honestly, I don't know. And instantly Kyra was like, you know what? The fact that he didn't answer made me feel very unsure about this relationship. You know, I already had, you know, some ideas of things that I wasn't sure about, and this really was really, like, you know, put the icing on the cake for me. The sister, well, this friend slash sister is really not here for AJ. She feels like, you know, it's not right. And I was like, yeah, AJ, for me, actually genuinely really likes Kyra. And Kyra just does not see it for AJ the way that he sees it for her. And she's going to take that, you know, that sister's advice and say, oh, yeah, we're on the same page, even though her mom seems to think that they are a good match for each other. When Kyra meets AJ's mom, AJ sets it up kind of up like, you know, he thinks they're going to fight or something. He's like, they both strong women, you know, like they, you know, I'm just saying here, like, what do you think is going to happen? You think Kyra's going to come and disrespect your mom, sir? Like, what do you think this interaction is going to be like? But when they were talking, you know, Kyra brought up the fact that he didn't pay for the date that they went on. Mama was like, what? Oh, no, that's like a 5 to 10 sentence. Okay, we're not doing that. I raised you better than that. And I was like, call it out how you see it, Mom. She did not raise no cheap buster, okay? Not a scrub over here. So what you doing? Why you ain't pay for it, okay? But overall, the mom seems to really like Kyra. She said that, you know, Kyra could really handle him. But she is concerned that, you know, AJ is into projects. And she hopes that Kyra is just not a project that he wants to get right because he already messed it up. And I could feel like at a sense that, you know, AJ just wants to win Kyra over because he really screwed up the first time. But it does not change the fact that I actually think that he really likes her, okay? He's always been focused on her this whole season. And she's just been focused on Jason the whole season. And which is why she just can't see it for him the way he sees it for her. So y'all, now it's time to see if the couples are going to choose each other. Now, let's start with Liz. Well, let's start with Amber and Chris. Amber and Chris meet up, and, you know, it's so superficial when it comes to them. He just says he wants to love her. He wants to be the man for her. She says that she fell in love with his mind, okay? It was the mind that got her. And I'm just saying her like, y'all could buy this if y'all want to. I'm not here for it. And they chose each other, okay? But anyway, I really hope that I hope it is real. I really hope for the sake of, you know, this experiment, this process, that they really did find each other and are in love and still together at the reunion. I doubt it, but we're going to have to see how it plays out. Because, you know, she was over there messing with Ryan quiet as kept, okay? But we just going to keep it moving, okay? Now, when Joelle comes out with his shorts and his flowers to meet Vernicia, I wasn't really feeling the dress and the shoes that Vernicia had on together. They both were cute, but just not together, okay? And, of course, you know, he chooses her, she chooses him. It's a love story. I actually like Joelle and Vernicia together, and I hope that they can prosper together and, you know, make this thing happen, okay? Now, when Liz and Jason meet up, it's it's adorable. When I say that Liz and Jason really just won me over, something about them have won me over, y'all. And I really pray that they still together and they making this work, because he's talking about, he's never been talking about, you know, being married and things like that till he got with Liz, and he just feels like she's the best thing that ever happened. And Liz was like, you ain't gotta ask me, I choose you. Mama, I got a man. Mama, I got a man. Mama, I bring him home. I was like, okay, go ahead with your man, your mama, and go bring him home, okay? Now, this is the part that got me, because AJ, y'all, AJ set up this beautiful, and I mean beautiful, date for Kyra. He had the candles, he had the music, he had the roses, he had it all. Like, he was playing the piano. He was like, tell your mama, you know, I brought the romance. And she was like, I wore red for love. And I was just like, Kyra, go ahead, do what you gotta do, sis, because you ain't seeing it for him, okay? He tells her that, you know, he really wants to see where this goes. He's happy that he had the chance to make this right, you know, things like that. And Kyra, it tells him that she really does like him, okay? She genuinely don't want him to think that, you know, she's playing games and things like that, but she cannot commit to being his girlfriend right now. She still wants to be friends and see where this relationship can go, but she cannot commit to being his girlfriend, and she chooses herself. Now, this is the thing. I have absolutely nothing wrong with Kyra choosing herself, honey. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm going to laugh in AJ's face right now, okay? Ha, 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 ha. Ha ha. Because you sat there and you let her manipulate you into picking her to stay when you was going to send her home, okay? You had made up your mind to keep Alexis, okay? Because you knew Kyra was not feeling you like that. You should have tried to make it work with Alexis, because you did like Alexis. Whether or not you liked her as much as you liked Kyra, you liked her. And you knew she liked you, and y'all could at least try. I think you should at least try to make it work, because soon as you let Kyra back in there, all Kyra wanted to do is go over to Jason, try to win Jason back, steal him from Liz, and it did not work, okay? She wanted so bad to be with Jason that she wanted to have a private date with him. She kept bringing up the conversations that they was having. She couldn't understand how he would actually want to be with Liz when, you know, them two be talking about sex and she not trying to have sex, okay? She basically was giving you all the signs that she did not want to be with you. And you sat there and you chose her. And then she turned around and slapped you in the face with it. So whose fault is it? Yours. You should have at least tried with Alexis, because at this point, we all know that Kyra wasn't feeling you like that, bruh. Even when y'all sat down and kept having conversations, she kept picking fights with you, still trying to get Jason's attention. So why did you allow this woman to do that? Now, Kyra, I'm not mad at you, sis. Make a decision that's best for yourself. I'm glad that she did not lead him on. I'm glad that she did not pick him just to pick him. But at the end of the day, Kyra played the game, and she played the game to win, honey. This is definitely Rashid, Kalfani, and Adriana all over again, like I told y'all last review, okay? The same way Adriana, you know, made Rashid stay just so she could pick Kalfani is the same thing that Kyra did, except for Jason wasn't here for the BS. Jason was like, you can't choose, I'm going to choose for you. Honestly, I really do believe that if Kyra would have told Jason that she wants him when he asked her, this could have played out completely different. But because homegirl just can't make up her mind, can't make up a decision, can't be honest with herself about what she wants, she lost out on her man. And she ended up with a man she didn't really want. Even though I know AJ really likes Kyra, and I really believe he will handle her with kindness and grace. But he has put in no work this whole season. He didn't even put in that much work with her. Which is why I don't even understand how he got there. And it all just goes back to how I'm going to laugh in AJ's face. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Y'all, that's the episode. We got 3 couples like we were supposed to. Okay? Amber, Chris, Joelle, Vernicia, Jason, and Liz. I'm ready for the reunion. That's the review, y'all. I'm sorry that it was short. I'm sorry that it was straight to the point, but I'm really still not feeling all that well. So I just pushed through for you guys. And we're going to be back at 6 o'clock for our Versus review and our Encore review. Put a Ring on It is up, you guys. Go check out Put a Ring on It, okay? And, you know, with all that being said, you guys, don't forget to like this video, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm going to see you guys later. Peace.